Hello students, welcome to my online class. Myself Firoz Sheikh, and today we are here with a new chapter called fraction. What do you understand by a fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole. Let me write a fraction word. Fraction is a part of a whole. It means let me show you one thing with TLM. One of TLM it is here. Suppose this is a pizza. I think you can see it clearly. Okay, this is a pizza, and how many parts we have divided this thing into? See, one part, two part, three part, four part. Okay, so four part we have in this pizza. Okay, this one part, two part, three part, four part. Suppose I ate one part right now. See how many parts I ate? I ate one part out of four parts. So what fraction of pizza I ate? See, this is the pizza. Okay, this is the four part. Okay, it is pizza. You know, all the toppings are there. Okay, so what happened? I ate one part. So what is the fraction of pizza I ate? It will be what? One part out of four parts. So 1/4 part I ate. Is that clear? Now, once again, if you see here, now if I ate another part, so how many part I ate of this pizza? Two parts. Two part I already ate, and then two parts are left out. See, this is the same photo or same picture. Here is the pizza toppings are there. So two part I ate. Already I ate this part. This part was there. I ate this part. So only two parts left. How many parts I ate? I ate two parts out of four parts. Two parts out of four parts. Or we can say that if we cancel it out, 2 1 are 2, 2 2 are 4. So half. I ate half pizza. This is the complete pizza. You can see this is the complete pizza. I ate half part. This part I ate already, and this part left behind. Now let's see. Once again, I'm hungry very much, so I ate one more part right now. See, in this way I ate one more part. So how many part left? Only one part left out. Okay, so how many part I ate? I ate three parts out of four parts. So it will look like this. See, only one part left. This part is already consumed by me. So how many part I ate? Three parts out of four parts. And if I ate complete, see, I'm very much hungry, so I ate all the parts right now. And see, there is no part left behind. The tray is empty. Whole pizza is inside my stomach. So what I will say here right now, see, there is no part left. So four part, I ate all the four parts. Four parts out of four parts means I ate complete whole pizza. So I think you have understood this thing by this picture and with the help of that TLM. Here also see, the pizza was there, four parts was there. I ate only one part, so only three parts left behind. So what is the fraction of pizza I ate? 1/4 part, means 1/4. And if I ask you what is the fraction of pizza left out, so three part left out, so 3/4. Okay, this will be left out, and this will be the consumed, the part I consumed. Okay, here also how many part I ate? Two parts out of four parts, so two part left out. So half part I ate, so half part, the half part of the pizza left out. So here also left out will be half. Here also how many part I ate? Three parts I ate out of four parts, so 3/4. And how many parts left out? One part left out of four parts, so it will be 1/4 like this. Okay, and in this case, see, all parts are consumed. 4 out of 4 part I already ate, so it becomes 4/4 1. No part left out means 0/4. No part is left out. So I hope you have understood this part. That is what fraction is, a part of a whole. Part of a whole. Is it clear? Now, If you see this one here, let me talk about the second topic here. Equivalent fraction. This is the fraction 2 by 4. Okay, 2 by 4. We can see here, we can divide it furthermore by 2. If we divide it by this thing by same number 2 and by same number 2, we are getting 1 by 2. So this 1 by 2, we can't divide furthermore. Means 1 by 2 is only divided by 1. That is, we will get 1 by 2. There is no other number is there. So this type of or this form of fraction is known as what? Standard form or simplest form, because we can't divide this thing furthermore. But this type of fraction 2 by 4, where we can divide it by same numbers by 2 and 2. So this type of fraction is known as equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. Means suppose the fraction is 1 by 2. If we multiply this fraction, 1 by 2 is into 2 into 2 with same number 2 and 2, we will get 2 by 4. So 2 by 4 is equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. Again, if you multiply 1 by into 3 into 3 with the same number, we have to multiply this part and this part. We will get 3 by 6. So 3 by 6, 2 by 4 and 1 by 2 are equivalent fraction. Why? Because if we cancel it out, again we will get 1 by 2. See, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 1 by 2. Again we are getting 1 by 2. Here also 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4, 1 by 2. Again we are getting 1 by 2. So these 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 1 by 2 all are what? Equivalent fractions. Okay. And 1 by 2 is the simplest form, where because we can't divide 1 by 2 furthermore, it will be 1 by 2 remain itself. Now in a fraction, suppose let me write 3 by 5. Okay, this part is known as what? Numerator. Okay, numerator, and this part is known as what? Denominator. Is that clear? The upper part is known as what? Numerator, and the lower part is known as what? Denominator. Now see, come to the next topic. So I think you have understood what is equivalent fraction and what is simplest form. Equivalent fraction, once again let me say you something. Suppose half, if we are multiplying both the numbers by same number, suppose 2 2, so 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4. Okay, by 3 3, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6. Suppose 4, 4 1 is 4, 4 2 is 8. With same number, if we multiply or if we divide, whatever fraction we will get in this way, all are what? Equivalent fraction. And if we cancel it out all, see, 4 1 is 4, 4 2 is 8, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4. Ultimately we are getting 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. This 1 by 2, the final number 1 by 2, it is known as what? Simplest form. Now come to the next topic. What? Proper fraction. Proper fraction. When we will call proper fraction? When denominator is greater than numerator. Example, you know, denominator is the lower part. The denominator is greater than numerator. So if it is 2, then it will be 1, smallest one. So suppose 4 by 5. Suppose 6 by 10. Suppose 11 by 15. You can see here all the denominators are what? Greater than the numerators. That's why these are what? Proper fraction. Now come to improper. Improper fraction, where in this case what happened? Numerator is greater than the denominator. See, example we will say, suppose 3 by 2. Here numerator is greater than denominator. 4 by 3, or 7 by 5, or you can say 21 by 11. See, here in this case all the time you are getting the denominator, so the numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is what? Improper fraction. But one thing I want to say, that this improper fraction can be written in mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means, see how. For example, 3 by 2. See here. 3 divided by 2. So 2. See. 2 ones are 2. You are getting 1 remainder here. Is that clear? So 2 is the denominator. So we will write C. 2 in the denominator. This, quotient will come in the first part and denominator will come to the, numerator place. So this improper fraction is a mixture of what? Whole number and a proper fraction. This is what? Whole number. And this is what? Proper fraction. Let's take another example. Suppose 17 by 5. 17 by 5. Here it is greater, it is smaller. So 5. 5 3 is 15. What we will get? 2. See, 2 is in denominator, 5 is in already in denominator place. So we will write 5 in the denominator place. 3 is what? Our quotient. So it will come here. And 2 is our remainder. Remainder will come here. So again, see, this is what? A whole number. This is our whole number. And this is our proper fraction. Proper fraction. It means improper fraction can be written as a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means what? It is the sum of whole number and proper fraction. Now sum of, or this 3 2 by 5, how we will convert this thing again to the improper fraction? Just now I told you how we will convert improper fraction to the mixed fraction. Simply we will divide. The quotient part will come in the first place. It will become a whole number, or simply the quotient become a whole number. Remainder will come in the numerator place. Denominator already 5 is there, so 5 will be in the same place. This will become mixed fraction. This is what our this is called proper fraction. This combined thing is known as mixed fraction. Now this thing we will convert to improper fraction. Let's see how. 3 2 by 5 though. Let me write it here. 3 2 by 5. This thing and this thing, 3 plus 2 by 5, same. Here 3 means what? 3 by 1. And if we try to make it, if we try to add this thing, what will happen? The common denominator will be what? LCM of 1 and 5. We will take LCM of 1 and 5. So 1 and 5 will be how much? 5. Now see, here it was 1. Now it become 5. So how much you have multiplied here to make it 5? 1 into 5 gives you 5. If you multiply 5 here, you have to multiply 5 here also. So 3 into 5 plus. Here it is 5, here it is 5. So there is no change in the denominator. So there is no change in the numerator. So 2. So see here, 5 plus 3, 15 plus 2 by 5 equal to how much? 15 plus 2, 17 by 5. This 17 by 5, see? Is that clear? So this proper fraction can be converted into the mixed fraction. Sorry, improper fraction can be converted into the mixed fraction, and this mixed fraction can be converted into the improper fraction. So I hope you have understood this part.